Caitlin Clark once again dancing with the basketball, seeing it go through the net.
The rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is heating up the WNBA this year, but it's becoming increasingly clear who the standout player is. From the beginning, Caitlin Clark has demonstrated not only superior skill, but also maturity and sportsmanship that set her apart. In contrast, Angel Reese, despite her notable achievements, seems more focused on rivalry and excuses.
When you just can't avoid talking about length, hand in her face, drains it anyway.
Caitlin Clark's impressive record speaks for itself. Leading the WNBA in total points with 713 and being the first rookie to secure a triple-double in a game, she consistently proves her excellence on the court. Her humility and team spirit shine through as she expresses excitement about the upcoming WNBA All-Star game, hoping it highlights all players.
Good morning to you. Yes, they meet again. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they have not been on the same court since March Madness, so there was a lot of hype behind their first professional matchup. And needless to say, guys, it did not disappoint.
Angel Reese, on the other hand, while setting a WNBA record with 13 consecutive double-doubles and leading in rebounds, seems to be constantly finding excuses for why she isn't in the spotlight. Complaining about a special whistle that Clark supposedly gets from officials only makes her appear less focused on her game and more on creating drama. Her unsportsmanlike behavior, like taunting Clark with John Cena's "you can't see me" gesture during the 2023 National Championship, reflects poorly on her attitude.
For Georgia, with the game that they have played today, to have it end like this.
Yeah, just frustration coming to the forefront. Several seniors.
Arrogance only solidifies her position as second best behind Clark. While Reese has set impressive records and leads the league in rebounds, her focus on rivalry and perceived injustices undermines her potential. In contrast, Caitlin Clark's mature and composed attitude, coupled with her record-breaking performances and team-first mentality, set her apart as the true standout. Clark's ability to rise above distractions and let her on-court excellence speak for itself highlights her as the superior player, leaving Reese trailing in her shadow.
Every time to be such a winner.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night. My teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy even if we're down, even if we're...
When it comes to the Rookie of the Year race, the contrast between Clark and Reese becomes even more apparent. Clark's leadership, sportsmanship, and consistent high performance make her the clear frontrunner. While Reese's achievements are significant, her contentious attitude and focus on rivalry detract from her potential. Clark's maturity and exceptional play set a standard that Reese has yet to meet.
Has really found her footing over the last 4 or 5 games. Reese, the deep catch and the finish on Smith, and had something to say about it afterwards. As Allen finds Carter, lost it, trying to get it back, 4 to shoot, dumps it down.
Both players are boosting the league's ratings, attendance, and merchandise sales. With plenty of games still to play, either one could take home the award. However, at the moment, a 15-member panel gives Clark the advantage with a 9-5 vote, while one person abstained. Basketball analyst Christy Winters-Scott points out that Clark is ahead because her team has one more win and a 2-1 head-to-head record against Reese's team. This just highlights how Caitlin Clark is outshining Angel Reese, who seems to be lagging despite all the hype.
Mabry comes up with the board. Long pass, perfect to Reese. She was unable to get it in.
Angel Reese set a WNBA record with 13 consecutive double-doubles, which is impressive. However, Caitlin Clark is leading in points accounted for, including both points and assists. Clark is at the top of the WNBA in total points, racking up 713 points, and she even became the first rookie to achieve a triple-double in a game, securing a win over New York. While Reese is leading the league in rebounding with 11.9 rebounds per game, surpassing Candace Parker's record for consecutive double-doubles, it's hard to ignore that Clark's contributions seem to overshadow Reese's efforts.
Reese spinning, and as the shot clock expires...
When asked about the dynamic between Caitlin and Reese being teammates in the WNBA All-Star game, Clark mentioned she's never been teammates with Reese before and is excited about it, but hopes it doesn't overshadow the other players. Despite Reese's earlier comments about wanting to team up with Clark, her competitiveness has ramped up since going pro. Reese has been quick to complain about what she calls a special whistle that Clark gets from the officials, suggesting favoritism.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Clark's excitement about the All-Star game and her hope that it doesn't detract from the other players shows her humility and team spirit, qualities that seem to be lacking in Reese's increasingly competitive and contentious attitude. It's not hard to see Clark as the more mature and sportsmanlike player, while Reese appears stuck in a cycle of rivalry and complaints.
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
That's all you can do is, hold your head high, be proud of what you did, and, all the credit in the world to Ellis.
Now, the question is, who is ahead in the Rookie of the Year race?
Free Mabry all over. Here is Clark. Clark separating, taking, and hitting. Caitlin Clark with a difficult look from deep.
Clark may have ended Angel Reese's college career, but Reese is doing pretty well in the WNBA. However, it's crazy to think some people think Reese is actually ahead. Can you believe that? South Carolina coach Dawn Staley thinks Reese is ahead in the race for WNBA Rookie of the Year with about 2 months left in the regular season.
Don't get me wrong. If I had to pick a Rookie of the Year at this time,
like today, you had to pick.
It's Angel.
Yeah,
not a doubt.
Thank God she later mentioned that the season is only halfway through and Clark is still in the race. She believes whichever team makes the playoffs will likely have the Rookie of the Year.
It's a streak.
But listen. The season is halfway through, and Caitlin is coming.
It's going to be scary for the rest of the league, and I'll tell you why. The Fever needs to improve their roster or strategy around Clark. With a performance like Clark's, it's frustrating to see the team lose. If they can give her more support, this team will go far.
High school call it organized chaos, meaning being able to play fast but under control.
Opinions are divided on whether Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark should win the Rookie of the Year, with some stating Reese doesn't make her team better, unlike Clark. Others feel Clark simply needs a supportive coach to turn the team into winners, while many fans are calling for Coach Christy Sides to be fired, believing she has had enough time to prove herself.
Yeah, I think Katie Lou just stretches the defense. With her shooting ability, you're able to have a lot of like pick and pop situations that can be, beneficial for us, especially with the way teams guard Caitlin, and just gives us an opportunity to have an outside shooter, which is going to draw some defense out and then some high-low looks.
There is frustration over Clark not being utilized in critical moments, and some fans believe Sides is afraid of Clark's ability outshining her coaching skills. Clark's ability to handle physical play and maintain her performance despite challenges has been praised. She has been involved in several physical plays with other players throughout her rookie season, showing her resilience. Despite shooting efficiency issues, Clark continues to deliver impressive stats, averaging 16.1 points, 7.4 assists, and 6 rebounds per game.
Chant of defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep three!
Clark's impact extends beyond her stats. Her leadership on the court is evident, and fans admire her fiery spirit and determination. Many believe she deserves not only Rookie of the Year, but also MVP, claiming no one has done more for the WNBA in the last 20 years. Despite the Fever's struggles, fans appreciate Clark's contributions and her ability to lift her team. The focus will remain on how Clark and the team will navigate the challenges ahead. The next games will be crucial for both the team's future this season and Clark's burgeoning career in the WNBA.
I think as a point guard, you have to be vocal, whether I want to or whether I don't want to. There's no choice there. If you're going to be the point guard, you have to be vocal for your team. They look to me to call a play every single dead ball. They look to me to call a play when.
And look at what she said about it. As point guard, you have to be vocal. Whether I want to or not, there's no choice. This shows she's understanding her role on the team. She knows her teammates look to her to call plays and give direction. But the coolest thing is seeing how she's balancing this. Clark says she wants to motivate and encourage her teammates to be someone they can rely on. And there's more. She recognizes she's still learning.
Be somebody that they can lean on, and I feel like that's something that I'm going to continue to still find my voice in. Obviously I'm a rookie and still trying to learn my way and learn my teammates at the same time. Obviously I'm a rookie and still trying to find my way, Clark said.
This humility, along with her incredible talent, is a powerful combination. We're seeing Clark evolve not just in the stats, but as a true team leader. She's learning how to handle the pressure, elevate her teammates' game, and take responsibility in crucial moments. And I'll tell you something, if she keeps up this pace of growth, the sky is the limit. Clark isn't just playing well, she's changing the culture of this Fever team. And that, folks, is what separates good players from sports legends.
The rookies, you know, they doubted whether or not Angel Reese's skill set would transfer over into the WNBA. You can't teach what she got. Same with Camila Cardoso. I mean, she's got a late.
Coach Christy Sides is on the hot seat. If the team doesn't respond soon, a change in command could happen. How would that affect Clark and the rest of the roster? Not to mention the fierce competition for Rookie of the Year. Clark needs to maintain this incredible level of play and still improve in some aspects to surpass Reese. The schedule isn't helping. There's a tough stretch of games coming up. Will the Fever manage to stay in the playoff race? A lot is at stake, folks. The next games will define not only the Fever's future this season, but could shape Clark's entire career in the WNBA. It's now or never.
Yeah, just keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Come together tomorrow. We're going to practice. We're going to watch this video. We got to figure out why the first 3 quarters looked the way they did, and then we were able to come out in the 4th quarter and hold them to 13 points and score 29 points. It's just something you've got to turn on from the beginning, and we just didn't do that. I've got to figure out what I can do better to help us.
We're living in a unique moment in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is rewriting the history books game by game, and we're here to witness every play. Even with all the challenges, Clark keeps shining. She's proving she's much more than hype. She's pure skill and determination. And the best part? This is just the beginning of her career. Imagine what she'll do once she gets the hang of the league. When the Fever manages to build a stronger roster around her, the future is bright.
Times when you just can't avoid talking about length, hand in her face, drains it anyway.
But now I want to hear your opinions. What does Clark need to do to lead the Fever to the playoffs? Does she deserve the Rookie of the Year award despite the tough competition? Check out my other video on Caitlin Clark to see another side of this story.